Nah, I don't know everything, but I find it completely insane that you doing this to somebody else's apartment that they name is on. You just really just getting her evicted and making sure it'll be hard for her to have a place again. Okay, she came home late. Have a discussion about it. Break up even. But don't sit there and tell no damn apartment like this.
Oh, wow.
Now I hope she got that common sense.
Hold on, hold on. I didn't even see that. The fridge, he done knocked down the fridge? Look at this, man. What is this dude doing? He done got the
About it. Break up even. But don't sit there and tell no damn apartment like this. Now I hope she got the common sense to take this video to the courthouse when it's time for her to go and get the press charges on your ignorant ass. This is ridiculous. This can't be real life. Is this for real? And then you go into jail for arson. And then he dancing. Ladies, be careful. Men too. Be careful, y'all. Some of these people need psychological evaluations before you start to date them. Now,
was the last day that I'd be in this. So today is the day that the Lord decided it was the last day that I'd be in this apartment. Unbeknownst to me. So woke up this morning.
real quick. Let's address that last clip because I think what we just saw was the totality and the fruition of feminine men. Because how did he react in that situation? He's obviously upset about something that happened. It sounds like the guy said that his chick came home late or something. So he was concerned maybe she was doing something she ain't supposed to do. But then he goes to ruining her stuff in a spiteful nature, which ultimately, what I'm seeing him do is what we have seen as far as the cliche thing in a lot of movies that women will do. So I'm ultimately bringing this up to say that he's acting like a woman because, we've seen it since the beginning of time, keying your car, throwing your clothes out, all that type of stuff. But you have a guy doing it. So that can give some type of indication of how he was raised. And ultimately, he's just emotional. So he's doing something emotional in order to spite somebody. And to me, I like what that other guy said because the other guy basically was just saying, dude, just make a decision. Make a decision what you're going to do and stick to that and go on and move on with your life. Y'all, before we get into this next clip, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And also if you can hype the video as well.
Today is the day that the Lord decided it was the last day that I'd be in this apartment. Unbeknownst to me. So woke up this morning, prayed, did my devotional. My daughter's dad decided that, he was going to get her today. And on the way from dropping her off, right after I left, I got a phone call from one of my old coworkers telling me that Fulton County Marshals called them and told them that they were putting my things out. They wanted to give me a courtesy call. And y'all, I was taken by surprise. I mean,
Wait a second.
what can you do in a—
She said one of her coworkers told her that. They can call your job and put you on blast like that you're getting evicted. Don't call my job telling them that I'm getting evicted. That's crazy. Dang.
And y'all, I was taken by surprise. I mean, what can you do in a situation like that? I prayed, of course, and then I called my mom, and my mom started hitting me with these questions. I thought you said this. I thought you said that. I'm like, Mom, I was under the impression I had until March 12th. I was gonna pay them when I got my taxes.
Yeah, everybody planning around taxes and all this type of thing. So you've been going delinquent, you haven't been paying it. Ultimately, taxes come around at the end of the year. So there's something systematically wrong in either your expenditure or just in the way you have your life set up. You may be living above your means. You're probably going to have to make some cuts because your biweekly paycheck isn't enough for you to be able to maintain your bills, apparently. So you got to address that. Just waiting on a tax return, they come pretty quick, but at the same time, now they don't put that notice in. So they may not accept your rent unless you're able to pay the full balance, which she didn't really. I'm assuming that's what she's waiting on it for. Are you going to pay the full balance is what I want to know. But then how are you going to be set up to make sure you can continue paying it? Because you're not going to get another tax return for at least another 12 months.
Letter, I think like either Tuesday or Wednesday, but y'all, I kept putting it off. I was doing little things, but I didn't just go ahead and pack up the whole house because packing is a hassle, and especially when you're doing it all by yourself. So I said what I was gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do everything over this weekend, and I'll officially be out by Sunday afternoon. Hopefully I'll be well done before then because I'm gonna get up early in the morning and we gonna go ahead and knock this out. Right now where we're at, y'all, I done just about got everything packed up. Now we just gotta get the truck and get everything packed up. But the only thing is we're doing it all by myself. And I got a baby boy, but y'all know how that is. So I ain't gonna lie, it's been super stressful. Your girl is making it do what it do because y'all know at the end of the day, this what I'm gonna do, make it do what it do. If y'all remember, when I left my last apartment, y'all, I cleared the apartment out like it was clear. But this time, honey, since I'm being evicted, I am not clearing this apartment completely out. I'm gonna get the things I want to take, but I'm leaving a lot of stuff. So this definitely not.
What type of logic is that? You're supposed to clear it out regardless. So because you're getting evicted, you get to still leave a mess for somebody else to have to come clean up, and ultimately for them to have to come junk haul off. Well, hey.
Not clearing this apartment completely out. I'm gonna get the things I want to take, but I'm leaving a lot of stuff. So this definitely not on my mind. And I ain't worried about no deposit and all that, baby. They can keep it. I'm just honestly ready to go and get this over with. If y'all wondering how your girl doing, y'all, I am stressed out, highly stressed out, barely functioning, can barely think, but we getting it done. And hopefully it will be done by this Sunday, y'all. Honey, life do be lifing. But y'all know one thing about your girl. I ain't gonna let it whoop on me. I'm gonna get up and fight. Now we completely got the kitchen packed up. My room is done. The bathroom is packed up. Baby boy room is in the works. And this is what we're currently looking like.
So one of the things that we hate to do the most as property managers is to evict someone. It is a major situation for all of us. We don't like to do it. We hate to do it, as a matter of fact. But when we do it, we would love for our units to be left the way that, at least close to the way that it was when you moved in. What's up, Beethoven? Y'all look at Beethoven. Hey, man, say hi to the people. You just gonna pee? Beethoven, say hi, man. Say hi, man. Say what's up. It's Beethoven, my guard dog. He sees all, knows all. You understand? But anyway, back to the talking about the unit. Let's go take a look at this unit. We had to evict this young lady. Check it out. This right here is not the way the truth in the light. This right here.
All new kitchen cabinets. All this shit is rotted under there.
Everything is rotted. We need all new kitchen cabinets. Y'all look at this unit.
Hold on.
Y'all look at it.
Look what she did in the center right here. Look.
Look at it.
Look, she made her a shelf with a mirror.
You see what I mean? Look at at it. Look at the doors, y'all. Everything in this unit has to be replaced. Everything. This gonna take us at least 3 weeks.
They glued them on the wall. Look at the ceiling.
Ceiling.
We're gonna need some primer in here.
Look at that. Smoke detector's gone. What I'm getting ready to show y'all next is the reason why apartment complexes say you cannot paint. This right here is ridiculous. This is the reason why in apartment complexes they say you cannot paint. Watch this. Look at it. You get on my nerves. This closet is supposed to be white. His assistant turned it into something else.
We have shrooms.
They was on something for sure.
Hookahs.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Now that's doing the most. Wow. Yeah, these they gonna have a job on their hands trying to get this apartment back up to par. Wow. Somebody can just leave so much. And then you see they left furniture, they left all the heavy stuff. Just like that other woman said that she was gonna do. This is crazy.
Shrooms.
They was on something for sure.
Hookahs.
Shrooms. This is a closet. And this is what they've done. And then we'll wonder why I would give them a horrible landlord reference. We'll wonder why. Look at it. This is a closet. Look at it. Look at my doors.
Oh.
Look at the holes in the wall. Look at all this. She bet not no landlord verification come across my desk for her. Not one. You understand? Not one. This is ridiculous. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is real bad.
That's a lot of primer.
This is a lot of primer. This is a lot of work. This right here will cost us a lot of money to turn. Bathroom, a hot mess.
Yeah.
Every time we would try to come over here and do a work order, she wouldn't let us in. There's always a reason why. Holes in the wall. Look at it. We got to replace. Look at that door.
Nah, y'all should have got in there and did that work order. That's got to be a red flag. When you have to do a work order and they won't let you come in the property. Nah, you need to make something up. You need to go in there. You need to check it out. Because you could have avoided a lot of this extra collateral damage had you just kept eyes on the property. But now you got a task on your hands. You would have definitely saw that closet and you'd have been like, nope, you got to go. You gots to go.
There's always a reason why. Holes in the wall. Look at it. We got to replace. Look at that door. This is the reason why. Look at that. Shouldn't even be that way.
Oh my goodness.
Look at it. This right here. She got little things in here because she had little kids. Look at it. This right here, this mirror, we replaced these mirrors 3 years ago. Look at them. New lights. It's ridiculous. This is the way she left this unit. We may as well just go ahead and replace the floor.
Yeah.
Put the new wood floor down. Look at it.
You're going to have to.
It's a mess. Holes in the wall. Look at this, y'all.
Man. This is a project. Man, this is going to be a project.
We got to have new cabinets. This is a whole new unit. She left her couches.
She left the couch.
Holes in the wall. Sis didn't even try no blinds.
My old blind, she ain't never asked for no blind.
Right, because every time we try to come here and replace the blinds, she wouldn't let us in. Look at this. Stove. It's nasty. Hole in the wall.
New stove, I heard it.
That's a new stove. Frigidaire. Nasty. Where the racks in the Frigidaire at? She left a pack of pork chops. Yeah, that's a new stove.
This is what happens when you don't pay your rent. When you don't pay your rent, the landlord will go ahead and will file something called an eviction. And it's going to get posted on your door just like this. Everybody in your complex is going to know that you're under eviction because you do not pay your bills. What's going to happen is once it's filed, something like that, it goes on your record. So for 7 years, no matter what's going to happen, any landlord who's going to look in your background, they're going to see that you were evicted for non-payment of rent. That is going to guarantee that you will be denied in any sort of application that you will try to do for rent. Just take it from me, someone who works with over 150 people who were renting last year. Don't ever end up in this situation. Always try to work it out with your landlord, because in all those rentals, there were so many people who they think that just because they were able to get out of this property, now they're able to get away scot-free. But the reality is, A, landlords talk, and B, your credit report never lies. Don't forget that. Govern yourself.
People don't understand how long 7 years really can be and how many things can shake out, especially when you're somebody who clearly does people wrong. That means eventually you'll run out of options. You'll run out of places where you're able to go. And so you're going to have to eventually be able to need to stand on your own record, your own reputation. And you got that 7-year window where that's going to pop up on your record. You're going to have to explain it. And you're probably even going to have to settle it in order for somebody to even be willing to still move forward with you.
I suggest personally that everybody rent a home before buying a home, because even with renting a home, it can be risky. In the last 2 months, I done seen so many horror stories of people saying that literally, people with kids especially, saying that in a matter of 30 days, they were served a notice that the owner of the home they were renting was going to sell the house. So now you 30 days out. You 30 to 60 days out. Leaving, moving wasn't even on your mind. Kids are still in school. It's the middle of the school year. And all of a sudden, you may have been in a jam, fell on hard times while living in the house after being approved to live in the house. And now you got collections. You don't even know if you can get approved anywhere else. And you find out that now in a matter of 30 to 60 days, you got to have another security deposit. You got to have moving expenses. You have to have money locked and loaded, ready to go to move within 30 to 60 days. And that's either without or with kids. I suggest personally that
I don't know about if you signed a lease agreement with somebody, if they can just put you out like that on short notice. Now, I'm not sure how that will work in terms of a foreclosure, though, because obviously we're talking about renting from a private person, most likely, and not the management company, not like a property management company. So I don't know how that will work in the case of a foreclosure. I would think then they could be able to put you out if the house gets foreclosed on, no matter what. But yeah, I mean, that's insane. Again, I would think that lease will protect you. They will be breaking the lease. So at the very least, you would have the legal right to be able to have them pay you. Definitely for the move, but I would think even pay you for everything else. Pay you for, pain and suffering, whatever.
I'm getting kicked out of my apartment today, so listen till the end so this doesn't happen to you. 2 weeks ago, I got an order of possession, which means the apartment is being legally taken back. Final court decision. I knew the guy that I was renting from wasn't the actual landlord. He lived here before, then moved back to his home country, and to keep the place for himself, he rented it out to other people. It makes sense. In March, my last roommate moved out, and he tried to find new people through me, but then just stopped. I thought maybe he was busy or wanting to come back himself, but the truth is he stopped paying rents to the actual landlord for 2 months, May and June, while I kept paying him, having no clue. That's how in June I got an eviction notice saying I had to leave in 1 week. When life hits, hit it back harder, because yes, I'm getting evicted today, but I know I'll be okay. And I hope I can be the proof that even when something like this happens, you can still get through it and say, you won't get me that easy. I'm getting kicked out of my apartment today, so listen till the end so this doesn't happen to you.
Stop getting denied for apartments and do this instead. So the main things you want to make sure you handle before you go and search for a new apartment or a new house. 1, you know your credit score. 2, you know if you have been evicted within the last 2 years or a judgment. 3, you want to make sure you look at all of the little fine print. Make sure you go and find those qualifications. Because with those qualifications, you can use them and determine whether you will qualify or not for the property before you do an application and pay an application fee. Now, if you do have evictions or judgments,
Yeah, if you got evictions and all that type of stuff, them applications gonna kick your A. Because you got to do the application. You got to try to see if you can squeeze through, but they don't owe you the feedback. So you could end up just trying your luck at a few places, but you'll never know if they'll actually put you through. And, end up getting nowhere and pay all this money.
against you, don't worry about it. I created an ebook today that gives you.
It's currently 12:34 in the morning, and I'm currently moving all my shit out
Her caption said, I got evicted 2 weeks into my lease.
of my apartment because, like I told y'all, I'm gonna do the story time. They evicted me because my landlords are big. Like, they racist. Like, it's nothing. I'm gonna get into like the details and shit, but they racist, point blank, period. So I got evicted 2 months into me living in the unit. It's a townhome. Show y'all. We got majority of the stuff out. But yeah, so that's upstairs. I'll go upstairs, show you upstairs. But anyways, I posted this, like where I'm at. I posted it when I first came and looked at it, and when I first got the townhouse, I posted it on my TikTok or whatever. So the videos are still up if you want to see them. But anyways, I got evicted 2 weeks into living here, into my lease, because they said that when I first moved in, I moved in at 12 o'clock in the morning and it was laid out, and then my neighbor said that I spent the whole weekend unpacking, and I just was.
She moved in at 12 o'clock in the morning. If you don't know, that's actually kind of normal, especially if you come from the hood or something, because you want to move in early or late, however you spend it. Basically, not during regular hours when everybody's outside, everybody's awake, because you don't want everybody to see what you put in your house or put in your place. They see that, and again, this is if you live in a bad neighborhood. Now, all of a sudden, now they know, so they can set you up to ultimately come take it. They can watch you, see when you're home, when you're not home, go in your house, steal your stuff, because they already know what's in there. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with moving in that early. She said that was one of the contributing factors. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more, though. I wouldn't think that that's enough, because you're only going to do that one time. Once it's over, I mean, you don't have to worry about that again.
At 12 o'clock in the morning and it was laid out, and then my neighbor said that I spent the whole weekend unpacking, and I just was too. They said I wasn't a good fit for the neighborhood. Me and my boyfriend got into an argument in the unit, and they said that we were very loud. So they said that I.
So that's what it is. This ain't about no moving in at no 12 in the morning. This is about y'all being loud and y'all getting into volatile, toxic arguments that everybody else can hear. Really think about how volatile it has to be for somebody to call on you this early. That means that things were one way. It was quiet and peaceful. And then when you came, it completely disrupted everything. And it was very apparent. And so y'all are getting into crazy arguments. I wouldn't be surprised if it's spilling outside the apartment, as it tends to do. Especially somebody might be trying to leave. Usually the guy. So like, man, F this, I'm leaving. And then it spills out into the parking lot, all that type of stuff. So we found the problem, in my opinion.
That we were very loud, so they said that I was basically for noise complaint, basically. So, which was so crazy, because y'all, I really didn't even the point of time where they evicted me. I didn't even have my bed in here. My bed wasn't even in here. So when they evicted me, I'm like, I haven't even been there. We've been staying at his house because I don't have a bed to sleep in. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
That's even more scary at the fact that y'all not even there 24 hours. But the small times that you all are is loud arguments. So this can kind of give us indication to what we can look forward to when you all move in full time. It's just going to be nonstop. You're not even there all the time. And yet people have heard you all arguing enough to where it became a problem that they had to call on you. And it was so much different than how it typically is.
I have a bed to sleep in. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cool. So I took my time moving. So this is back. They told me I got evicted in November and I had to be out December 7th. I took my time because it's like I have to find somewhere to go. It's about to be Christmas, New Year. So today's the 26th. So 8 o'clock today. So it's 12 a.m. So 8 a.m. today. Everything got to be out. So they can't put the shit on the door to get all this. So, yo. I'm going to tell y'all more about the story. But I just want to go and tell y'all since I was in the process of moving this shit around. It's really crazy. Like, I really just can't believe they did all of this. Y'all don't understand. Like, it was shit in here. It's just really crazy. They didn't give me bad as fuck. It's cool though. It's cool. So I already got an apartment. The problem is this happened the devil. My moving day for my apartment was January 25th, the day they came and put the notice on the door. So yesterday, technically today, but yesterday, I was supposed to be moving anyways, but my apartment already.
Yeah. And see, she about to go take that somewhere else and be a problem somewhere else. I can tell she's one of those chicks that like to argue. I can tell she likes the toxic stuff. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's that deep with her and her boyfriend. That might just be the foreplay. She looks like she likes arguing and likes all that back and forth volatile stuff with a man. So I wouldn't be surprised, man. She's looking at the arguing like it's no big deal because that's just how they interact. That they like to be like that. And then make up after. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also if you want to become a member of the channel as well, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you will get badges next to your comments where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you will get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.